On today's episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self, we got a 2006 Pontiac G6, the old GTP version, the old high-end one. So yeah, we'll holler at y'all in a minute, show y'all what we need to do and what's going on with the old girl. So holler at y'all in a minute. Well, the customer says they get in the car and they have this problem. Wait for it to cut on. Let's see here. Go to the source. It's on radio, right? 92.1, good station. And you turn all the way till you can't turn no more, and you got nothing. No sound or nothing. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute, try to figure out what we can find out what's going on with this motherfucker. So holler at y'all in a minute. Well, if you can see right there, there's got a tweet up there, and then there's a mid bass down at the bottom. So that means this son bitch has the monsoon system in here. Yeah, it's like Pontiac's version, GM's version of Bose. Yeah, it was a good one, back in 2006, but I don't think this one probably said fuck it. Yeah, you can tell this is the high-end version. It's got the wood grain, got the nice little seats and shit. Look, got the heated seats on there. So yeah, that's the passenger side. This is the driver's side. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. And if you're ever looking for the not that subwoofer, hell, the goddamn amplifier, you're gonna pull this little cap right there, and there's another one right here, and then there it is. That's the amp, and these son bitches go out, or the speakers sometimes go out. But yeah, we're gonna see what's going on in a minute here. I'll tell y'all in a minute. Okay, print out the wiring diagram for the amplifier. I'm gonna let it sit right there on that page for a minute, in case y'all want to pause the video and get that information. Then I'm gonna go to the next page, and let's see if I can get it all in the view. Might have to zoom in on it. But yeah, there's that one. And that one. Yep. And the back last page, I think just some irrelevant bullshit, to be honest with you. But yeah, there you go. So you want to pause the video and look at those and go over it. We're going to try to see if we can bypass this son bitch, see if it'll work. I'll tell y'all in a minute. All right. So what you're gonna need is the one in the middle, the or your output signal for your speakers, right? So we need to tap into these to get into, I believe, let's see the next connector. And I think these are your speaker outputs right here. The first few right here, the tan, yellow, green, purple, those are your tweeters. The left rear, positive, negative right here, and right rear, positive, negative. Then you flip it over, and it starts all over again. So this is your left front, right front. That is your outputs. I think this one here, which I'm gonna find out in a minute, and then I'll come back to y'all. But this is your signal from your radio. So you're gonna probably, pretty much what we're gonna do is we'll just try one out, which is the left front first, and then we're gonna tap into, if it's on here, the signal going to the radio and see if that works out. If that works out, then we'll do a little bridge wiring. We're gonna disconnect everything from this, and to see if it works, and if the speakers start working, in we know we got to bypass. Now, if you were to run a small, like a small Kenwood or audio control amp, you can get the power from this. Power is, there's red one, black one's ground, and I believe one of these blues are, and the rest of these, some of these are subwoofers, and one of these is amp turn on. So yeah, but if you got that paper that I showed you earlier in the video, that will have all that. I'm gonna see if I can get the link for where I got this at, and maybe put it in the description. So if this works, if it doesn't work, That means this video never happened. But other than that, we're gonna have y'all in a minute. All right, we got some 9 wire. And what we wanted to do so we can, in case somebody had to service this with, they know what color what and what goes where. But this is just to test it out. You know, we just want to make sure everything is what it's supposed to be. So we got one, that's why we only did one speaker. We only use T-taps. We don't want to cut it off the harness till we know for certain that everything works. So be back in a minute. We're gonna try this thing on out, see if we got any sound out the left speaker. I'll try in a minute. Well, we got the keys. Let's see. Here goes nothing. See, radio cut on. Alright. So, guess what that means? Works just fine. So we're gonna have a child in a minute. We're gonna do the rest of them. Now that we see that worked, now we're gonna do the other other 3 speakers, and then go from there. And this thing will be wrapped up, be bypassed. And yeah, that motherfucker said fuck it. But we know what to do if the customer later on wants to put a factory amplifier in there. I mean, not factory, amp from an aftermarket. We know what wires what, and we can hook this thing on up. So we're gonna have a child in a minute. So basically what we did, loop from this connector to that connector. The corresponding is on those sheets. So like I said, beginning of the video, y'all pause the video, get those corresponding numbers and shit. And I'm gonna see if I can put the link to this in the description. And that's pretty much it. You tuck this bitch back. Like I said, these got power and shit. So if you want to hook up another amp, get power, ground, and on this connector, you got the pink wire is 12 switch 12 volts. So there you go. You can hook up one of them. Which, yeah, I'll try in a minute. And you can actually do that even if you didn't have, if you had the factory radio, because it'd be just like a line out converter. You put a line out converter back here and hook up an amplifier where you can have the factory radio. So I'll try in a minute. We're back on the inside with everything wired up. So we're gonna test the old girl out. We already know that one works. That one's working. This one's working. And this one's working. So all 4 are working. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. If I ever leave you, baby, you can say I told you so. And if I ever hurt you, you know I hurt myself as well. So, yeah, in closing, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got a Pontiac G6 or any GM vehicle with the monsoon system, this is how you want to go ahead and bypass the amplifier. Yeah, especially the motherfucker go out. So, we're going to holler at y'all in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self on this 2006 Pontiac G6. Until the next time, y'all be careful out in these streets. Don't be out here taking no wooden nickels.